Yo guys, what's up? This is Jack2505 and today the 5.0 update is now live, which has brought the Dark Angels pack as well as the Obelisk new operation and the new enemy as well. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. I've been spending a few hours into this update, so let's get into the video. The new enemy, Tazango Enlightened, is a disc-flying melee range hybrid unit. They are fearsome opponents, especially when meeting in greater numbers. However, catching them after a parry during a long animation makes them an easy target. The Dark Angels chapter cosmetics have been introduced into the game, as well as the Dark Angels chapter skin for the Bulwark. It looks great, but it's only for the Bulwark so far, and you can't change the color, which is a shame. I know there's going to be a lot of people out there that's not going to like that. And the Dark Angel themed weapon skins for the auto rifle, plasma pistol, power sword, and the Bulwark storm shield has also been introduced. The next one is a big one for me, which is the tweaks to melee. The melee system has been our main focus recently. The issue that we saw is that on a higher difficulties, the melee combat relied too heavily on the parry, gun strike flow. This also made fencing weapons a universal choice for almost all situations, and we want to give players more options to try and achieve that. We've made the following changes. First, normal melee damage has been increased across the board, so there will be options for instead of just parry, gun strike. Secondly, we're drastically changing how blocking weapons work. In short, by blocking enemy attacks, the player will accumulate up to 3 stacks of melee damage buffs. Attacking whilst having these stacks of buffs will spend them and will result in a massive AoE damage discharge. With these changes, fencing weapons will still be great versus limited number of enemies, balanced weapons will be good versus big crowds, and blocking weapons will become damage dealer type weapons. Now we're going to talk about Perfect Block. All block weapons have been reworked with a new mechanic, Perfect Block and Adrenaline Surge. Perfectly timed blocks grant up to 3 Adrenaline Surge stacks. Adrenaline Surge stacks greatly increase melee and are consumed after the next melee attack. Attacking with 3 stacks of Adrenaline Surge deals massive AoE damage, staggers enemies, and restores 1 armor segment. Right, we're going to have to look into this and practice this because the new fencing has thrown me off a little bit when I was playing. So we're really going to have to sink our teeth into the new melee, blocking, parrying, balance weapons and see what they've done here. With the fencing weapons, perfect parry AoE stagger radius is slightly reduced, and with balanced weapons, perfect parry AoE stagger radius is greatly increased. So you're going to see a damage increase by 10% with those weapons, and with blocking weapons, you're going to see an increase of 20% in damage. They then mention firearms. Now there's going to be some tweaks coming with patch 6 and 7 and the reworks to weapon perks. So what they're saying is that weapon perks are currently underwhelming in comparison to the class perks, and they mentioned the grenade launcher as well. Now I think there's going to be a nerf to the grenade launcher. I'm not sure whether they'll nerf it into the ground, but they're definitely looking at it where it's looking way too overpowered and they want to basically bring a stop to it. Right now, the grenade launcher remains untouched. They are not modifying it in this patch. However, I can see a nerf coming perhaps in the next month or two in regards to this weapon. So we'll just have to see how good the weapon is after the patch. Hopefully they won't nerf it too much into the ground and just make it useless. The Neo Volkite pistol is getting a damage increase. The Volkite damage sensitivity has been increased from 1 to 1.5 for these enemies. So the Devourer, the Bubble Strangler Tyrannid Warrior, the Venom Cannon Tyrannid Warrior, the Rubric Marine, the Flamer Marine, and the Zone Throw. This is really good. This is a really good change. The Neo Volkite needed help. So I'm definitely going to be running a few missions, testing his gun out, and showing the video to you guys as soon as I can. The bolt carbine is also getting some love. Max ammo of all SMG type bolt carbines increased by 1 magazine, We're definitely going to be testing that out in the future videos, so watch this space. There's a new one here, guys. It's called Extermination Bonus. So players now who stick around wanting to fight and kill as many enemies as possible, you're basically going to get an XP bonus. So there's a new rank feature here. So rank A, killing more than 85% spawn enemies grants plus 120% XP pre-patch value. So this is good for people who are perhaps leveling their classes still, or leveling weapons, or trying to get unlock their packs as fast as possible. So that is really good for people who want to stick around and fight. I must admit, at times I just want to get through the encounter as soon as possible. But this is a really good change for people who actually want to stick around and fight. And you know what? It might want to make the speedrunners out there, and I'm guilty of this sometimes, to actually stick around and fight. So the more you fight, the more XP you get, and that's great. Also, some various gameplay tweaks, including the one that's caught my eye, which is added 10 frames of invulnerability at the start of jump pack launch animation in the campaign and operations only. The assault needed this. I love my assault class. I know some people consider that class to be the worst in the game, but the assault needed some help. When he's launching up in the air, he's finally got some level of protection, and that's great. The zone throat in the AI now, shielded zone throat will now attack much less frequently. I think this is really good because it was getting to the point where the one with the bubble around him was actually more aggressive at times. This is really good, and hopefully I was hoping to see that, you know, with the laser just get thinned out a bit. It's just way too wide, and the hitbox on it is just ridiculous. But I'm rambling. Let's just move on. And with the enemy spawn director, you will no longer fight extremist level enemies on your first encounter right at the start of the mission, and loads of minor animation fixes for various enemies. So that's really good, especially with the Operation 7 termination, where you're just thrown into the Royal Rumble instantly. So that's a nice change to allow the players to at least warm up into the mission. And then finally, the last part of the patch notes talking about tweaks to operations, certain missions being made shorter, as well as general fixes as well. The link will be in the description regarding all the rest of the patch notes. I just want to talk about the major ones, and also with the customization options as well, but we've gone over that already in a previous video. I'm not gonna lie, I'm intrigued by this patch. There's some interesting changes. I am gonna miss spamming parrying all day long. I'm not gonna lie. Parrying is a little bit of a nerf, but gonna have to learn a new way of playing. I'm gonna have to practice my blocking and my balancing and doing all those surge charge up moves and seeing what the melee damage is like. I think this is going to benefit. I know I keep talking about the assault, but with the hammer, with the blocking and giving out a big AoE damage, we'll just have to see what it's like. I've just completed the new mission. I've just completed it, and it's not bad. I did it first try. The full run will also be linked to this video, but I want you guys to tell me what you think of this patch, the new operation, the new melee balance in regards to the blocking, the new fencing changes, and also the Neo Volkite pistol. There's a lot to cover in future videos, so I'm gonna have to get stuck in this week and try and upload as much as I can. Now, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to give the videos a thumbs up, and we're pushing for that 1K follower, so please sub to the channel. And also, don't forget to join my Discord if you want. If you want to team up with me, I'll be live streaming the new update within the next couple of days. I just want to get as many videos out as possible. And I'm looking forward to the changes and the challenges and see what works and see what doesn't. Hopefully more works that doesn't. Now, thank you very much for making it to the end of the video. My name is Jack2505, and I'll see you in the next video.